Have you ever come across a rusty hammerhead, stripped bare like this, without a handle? This chunk of iron is completely useless against stubborn nails. Today I needed to use it and forgot that this hammer had completely fallen apart. You'd normally just go buy a new one, right? But hold on, don't throw it away just yet. Today, I'm going to show you how to bring it back to life right at home. We start by cleaning off the remnants. I'll use a file to scrape away the rust and the sharp metal burrs, going over the surface multiple times. To replace the standard wooden handle. The material I've chosen is this heat-resistant plastic pipe. I try inserting the pipe into the hammer eye. The end is slightly too large, and that's exactly what needs to be fixed. Now we begin the main step. I clamp the hammerhead firmly in a vise. Then, using a mini gas torch, I ignite it and apply the flame directly to the end of the plastic pipe. The pipe structure begins to contract, and the plastic transitions into a soft, pliable state. At this point, physical force is applied. I push the pipe hard to the hammer eye. The heated, melted end deforms and fills inside of the eye completely. We've now created a perfect locking collar. Next, I lay the pipe horizontally and get ready to trim it. I cut off the excess piece to shape the grip. For this part, I need an angle grinder and a piece of wood. I fire up the grinder and bevel the edges to create a nice, clean wedge shape. Next, I use a heat gun on the plastic core one more time, heating it up until it's fully melted. Use a hammer to drive the wooden wedge directly into the end of the pipe until the mouth of the pipe is wedged tightly into the hammer eye. This setup is rock solid now. Once it's firmly wedged in, I use a mini saw to cut off the excess wood. Finally, I take a file to smooth out any rough edges and clean it up nicely. I'm super curious. Where are you guys tuning in from? And are there any fellow tinkerers out there who love getting hands-on and making your own tools at home just like me? Drop a comment down below so we can connect, and be sure to share some of your proudest DIY creations. To give the hammer handle an end stop so it doesn't slip out of your hand, and to add a hanging loop, I use a mini saw to cut off a short section of plastic from the bottom of the grip. Then, I take a pair of shears to split this piece open. Then, I take a pair of shears to split this piece open. I use a heat gun to warm it up, so I can flatten it out, heating it until the plastic opens up completely. Next, I clamp in a vise and crank the handle to press it down into a perfectly flat sheet. The next item I need is a piece of cord. I grab a lighter and slightly melt the end of the cord. Switching over to a mini drill, I drill a small hole right in the center of this plastic plate. I thread the cord through the middle and tie a dead knot to lock it in place. Finally, I apply a good dab of hot glue to completely seal it off and keep any moisture out. Now we restore structural integrity. I continue heating the handle with the torch. The heat liquefies the rim of the pipe. I press the plastic plate with a hanging cord firmly into the mouth of the pipe, fusing the two pieces of material into one unified whole. Then I use scissors to trim off the excess edges of the plastic plate. To finish, I clean up the remaining rough edges using the grinder to smooth them down, then file the entire surface for a polished result. The hammer now has a perfectly round, ergonomic handle, clean and flawless. Now let's put it to the test. I grip the handle and drive nail after nail into the surface of a wood board. Every swing delivers decisive force without any excess vibration or looseness at the joint. From a piece of scrap, this hammer has returned to peak condition with outstanding power. And that's how we build a hammer handle from plastic pipe today. Incredibly simple, with no expensive tools required. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a tip. Thanks for watching. See you next time.